Hello and welcome to this Microsoft Office 365 webinar from IM Group. I'm Daniel Noakes and I'm a senior consultant specializing in Office 365 at IM Group. Over the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to show you some of the ways a retail business could use cloud services to deliver a next generation, always available, access anywhere, collaboration and productivity platform across your organization. Retail companies now more than ever need to do everything they can to control costs, maximize productivity, and maintain high levels of customer service. By using Office 365, you can free up resources to concentrate on running your business, allowing you the time to focus on the specific high-value retail IT projects you need to deliver. IM Group provides strategies, services, solutions for collaboration and information management, helping our customers to transform their business. We're an Office 365 Tier 1 partner. We hold 12 competencies and are a Microsoft Gold partner. And we're also a member of the Global Microsoft Partner Advisory Council. So let's take a look at Office 365. Office 365 is delivered as a per-user subscription service from Microsoft. The core products are Office Professional Plus, providing that familiar Office experience users are used to with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, etc. We have Link Online, providing instant messaging, voice, video, and web conferencing with up to 250 participants. We have SharePoint Online, which provides an element of enterprise social networking, a document collaboration area for users to work together, and a personal area for users to store their documents and keep track of what's going on in the business. And of course, Exchange Online, which includes a couple of tiers of different mailbox sizes with various features, all including mobile access, web access, and the rich features you're used to within Exchange and Outlook. Office 365 has really been built to provide the best experience anywhere on any device. This might be a PC, a Mac, an iPad, or a phone. Through any modern browser, you can use Word, you can use Outlook web app, you can edit an Excel document, you can collaborate in real time with people on the other side of the world via a video conference. It also allows you to leverage any existing IT investments you have. So for example, if you have a messaging environment running on Exchange at the moment, you can configure the service as a hybrid. This allows you to grow your business by expanding mailboxes onto Microsoft's cloud, rather than having to provide the capacity yourself to do this. This gives you the ultimate flexibility to move users to and from the cloud as you need to, as well as adopt new services as they become useful to your organization. By delivering Office 365, Microsoft provides you with always up-to-date software and services. This can be from Word or Excel on your PC, receiving automatic streaming updates, to the core services of Exchange, Link, and SharePoint Online, being continually updated through a roadmap which has input from partners and customers, and then is delivered through a monthly, quarterly, or annual service delivery. So let's take a look at Office 365 and let's start with Exchange Online, specifically Outlook. This is Outlook 2013, which demonstrates the streamlined view of content and quick access to functions that Office 2013 provides users. This is the same experience across all the applications on any device. Let me show you some of the new features. Here I have an email from Robin. By just hovering over Robin, I see a picture of her and I get the contact card. The contact card gives me a lot of information about Robin. It also gives me a couple of ways I can communicate with her. Obviously, I have email, instant messaging, voice, and video. With one click, we can start a call. I can also see information about Robin's availability. So here I have a green bar. If she was busy, it may be red or amber. And I can also see some information about her calendar, and I can schedule a meeting, all with one click. I can also add Robin to my contact list, and I can view other social information about the user. In the email from Robin, she's suggesting we catch up on a project we're working on together, and that we meet up at a coffee shop nearby the office, and she lists a time and an address. Across the Office applications installed locally and the web apps available, we have these new Office apps. So these provide action items. So here, without having to read the email, which could be quite lengthy and contain multiple threads, I can see that there's two items that Office is presenting me with here. One is the suggested meetings app. This is going to scan the email, which it did before I opened it, and suggest the best meeting time for me and Robin to meet. With one click, I can schedule the meeting and send Robin an invite. It's also picked up the address. So here's the Bing Maps action item. It's found the address. It's going to show me where that location is in relation to me. It's going to give me one click to get directions and able to view that on a large map. This is the same experience across the Office app installed on your computer and in the web app. Let's move to the web. Here's the same email in the web app. You see we still have the contact card. We still have these action items in the Office apps. Now you can get more Office apps from the Office store, or you can build your own and publish them to your users. Because this is consumed for a web browser, it could be accessed from a home PC or even an iPad. This allows you to deliver next generation IT services to your users without having to install any software locally. Just give them a web link and they log in with their existing username and password. Within the new interface, we have a much more streamlined view of things. So if I look here, you see there's a draft here in the email thread. So I can see the email thread here, and if I expand that, I have the conversation view of the email exchange. Here I can see I have a draft in progress. I can choose to continue editing that draft, correct my typos, and then click send. You'll notice the email is being edited in line with the rest of the Outlook web app interface. I can choose to pop this out into a separate window to allow me to go off and browse other emails and then come back to it later. Or I can just send. Office 365 obviously includes email through Exchange Online, which gives you access to Outlook email, calendaring, contacts. You also get access to a news feed. This shows you important information about your business. It shows you people you're following. It shows you mentions, anyone that's mentioned you or a project you're working on. This is easy to build up, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. As part of SharePoint Online, every user gets access to what's called SkyDrive Pro. This is a space that allows them to store their documents, securely access them from any device, anywhere they're allowed to log in from, and collaborate and share with others. The users can also edit documents directly through the web browser. Again, this could be on a PC or a tablet device. As you can see here, I clicked on the document and Word web app launched. I can then choose to edit the document either in Word or Word web app if Word isn't installed locally. I can then make the changes to my document, save it, and share it with others. Sharing can be controlled in a number of ways. It can be internal with authenticated users only. It can be external with users who have to authenticate through their Microsoft account or Live ID, or through anonymous URLs, which can be issued to people if you desire. In this example, I'm going to allow Daniel to view this document without having to sign in. Daniel will then receive a link. He can click on that and access the document, regardless of the software his business uses. Another key area is Office on Demand. This allows end users to run Office programs on other computers without having them installed locally. they just go to their SkyDrive, click Office on Demand, and choose the app they want to launch. Within about 30 seconds, the app will be installed and running. If I close my Word document I had open earlier, I'm going to choose to save that. I'll end up back on my SharePoint site. Here, I can move to the main section where I can collaborate with others on projects or team spaces, and I'm going to go into the Northwind Traders site. Here, I can have a news feed of items going on, I can invite other people, or I can just browse the documents that already exist. If I want to work on a particular project, I can open up this document. I can see it was updated 27 minutes ago by my colleague Robin, so let me just open that document up. With the document open in Word Web App, I can see that 2 people are editing the document and that updates are available. This means that the other person has edited the document. If I want to open the document in Word, I can quickly open the document in Word. This will launch the locally installed Office application, and then I can work on the document. If my colleague chooses to update the document and then save the document, I'll get a message telling me that someone else is editing the document and that she's working on this specific content. The application automatically updates with the change. Here, Robin has changed the date to the correct year for last year's reports. Again, from Office, I can choose to share the document. I can do this via the application or the SharePoint site. I can just type in the person's email address and away I go. If I choose to share with external people, this could be a supplier, a customer, or a partner. Office 365 SharePoint Online gives you 10,000 partner access licenses, which can be assigned and revoked as needed. This gives you a way to quickly share content with external parties, allowing you to respond quicker, enable new ways of working, and reducing the time to respond to quickly changing circumstances. SharePoint Online can be used to quickly build a workspace, maybe have a notebook where you can all collaborate on a whiteboard session, or to share team content. In this case, we've created a team mailbox. While the page is loading, I'm just going to jump into Outlook. We have the same mailbox for the site, automatically populated in Outlook. And you'll see the same email content. I also have this documents section. This gives me access to all the documents on the site directly from within Outlook. I don't have to open the SharePoint site to get to these documents. As you can see, they are the same documents. With Office today, most information or desk-based workers will be familiar with Office and Exchange and possibly even SharePoint. But if you have a large number of staff who don't work at a desk or are kiosk-based through a shared computer or something like that, how can you extend to them? Well, with Office 365, you can give them cut-down access to email through the web and SharePoint through the ability to read and publish documents with them, enabling new ways to communicate with these workers. This may be to notify them of a new promotion or provide access to some new training material, or even just quickly gain feedback up the management chain directly from the people on the ground. This kind of remote access and mobile access has typically been the preserve of devices issued by the company. But through some simple policies, we can control only authorized users and devices to be allowed in and managed through a policy. If the device is lost or the person leaves the company, we can wipe the data remotely from that device. This works across iPhone, iPad, Android devices, Windows Phone, and BlackBerry. Using email for communication is a great way to deliver content for consumption at a later point. You may not get the immediate response, but using Link Online provides an interactive way of conferencing with up to 250 participants, where we can have multi-party video with up to 5 people with a HD video stream all at once. This could allow a regional manager to spend more time in the office working on strategic items rather than driving to remote locations for one-to-ones, team meetings, and training sessions. If I start a meeting with my colleague here, I can start with IM, but I can quickly escalate it to voice, video, or I can present content. The content could be a PowerPoint presentation with last quarter sales figures, or it could be a training slide deck on a new product or promotion we have. I can also create a whiteboard, and if I'm running a large conference, I can poll the people. So if it's a management meeting, we may want to gather some feedback while we're presenting. We can run that poll alongside. This gives us some really flexible ways we can work, giving people time back to focus on what they're there to do rather than driving or getting people together. The link integration is normally consumed through a local app on the PC, tablet, or phone, but it can also extend to the browser. Here we have the meeting that we're running now. I've sent the request to an external party, and they're asked to join. They can join as a guest, or they can sign in if they're an Office 365 or corporate user with Link. If I join the meeting, I'll get the same experience I get in the client. I can see who's presenting, I can have an IM window, and I can see the content that's being presented. I have full audio and video capabilities. Here we go, we can see the never-ending window of me presenting, what I'm presenting, But you get the idea. We could very quickly add a video feed, a PowerPoint presentation, a user poll. All the user has to do is enable a simple control in their browser when prompted, as with any other web-based meeting software. They can also control the options as to what webcam they use or something like that. I'm going to end that meeting. As you can see, Office 365 presents a really flexible way of deploying new ways of working to your users. It's a subscription-based service that can be increased or decreased as your business adapts to changing circumstances. It can be licensed under a number of flexible ways. You may have existing licensing that can be used against Office 365 services, along with your existing Microsoft investments you have installed on-prem. This gives you the ultimate flexibility and peace of mind when predicting costs or smoothing out future upgrade paths and enabling these new ways of working. We suggest that you try a 30-day trial. We're going to send out invites to all the participants of the webinar today. Go and have a look at the Office 365 services description at office365.com. And if you'd like, using the details on the next slide, contact me and we'll arrange a presentation directly from my IM group tailored to your needs.